Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited to have Taylor with Celebrity Cruises here for our very first ever, actually, Cruise Chat Live. I don't think that we could have picked a better person to drop in and have a little bit of fun with us today. Taylor, can you hear us okay?
Hi. Yes. Hi. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, super glad to have you here. Celebrity Cruises is certainly one of my favorite cruise lines that I've sailed on. I know I have tons of clients that just love Celebrity, love the experience that they offer on board, the destinations that they go to. But then at the same time, we have a lot that maybe have heard of Celebrity, but don't know exactly what they are, what the experience is like, or where they go. So super excited for you to kind of walk us through what Celebrity is all about, how they maybe compare to some of the other cruise lines that folks have heard of. Then talk about some sailings going on later this year into next year that people should definitely be looking at. So I'll certainly turn it over to you whenever you're ready, and I'll keep an eye on the chat for any questions that come in that we can throw your way as we go through this.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Bear with me just a moment.
Sure thing.
Of course. And we'll take a look at what the ships look like, some of the amazing destinations we visit, amazing promotions we have going on right now, and a very exclusive offer for any clients that book with you over the next week. So we'll get into all of that, including some exciting news for the brand as well.
Let's wait to hear it.
Sorry, my laptop's just moving a little slow today.
That's okay. I understand.
All right, perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me know if that is cooperating.
See it coming up. There we are.
Okay, perfect. So that's me. As you mentioned, thank you for the intro. My name is Taylor Rocco. I'm part of the Celebrity Cruises Inside Sales team. A little bit of background on me. I've been with Celebrity, almost 12 years, and I'm based in Miami, Florida, which thankfully right now is pretty sunny. With our summer weather, you never know. So I'm here today to talk to you guys about Celebrity Cruises. Maybe you're familiar, maybe you're not familiar, but we'll highlight the brand. We'll see where we sail. I'll introduce you to our beautiful fleet. Hopefully by the end of the call, you'll be ready to talk to Donovan and book your next Celebrity Cruise. So for those of you not familiar, at Celebrity Cruises, we strive to deliver what it means to be elevated. So if you really had to ask me, Taylor, what's one word to describe Celebrity Cruises in a nutshell? I would absolutely say elevated. We're exceeding expectations of what a premium vacation can be by indulging your sense of curiosity through an elevated journey. And I love that blurb because we're not pigeonholing ourselves just to a cruise vacation. We really do believe that we are part of the vacation conversation in general. And I hope with some of the photos and videos I show you, you'll see what I mean. Our ships are stunning. Some of the destinations we go to are so unique and wonderful. Truly some of the best entertainment, the best meals, all-encompassing vacation, really, not just a cruise, but truly a fabulous vacation in total. So I know you asked kind of where we fit in the spectrum of cruising. So I thought this was a good visual. These are some popular brands kind of in our, in our neighborhood, right, of cruising. And what the buzzword is that they choose that represents their brand, right, in a nutshell. As I told you, Celebrity Cruises, we are an elevated brand. We live in the premium vacation space. And this I thought would be a good visual to show you where we kind of fit in the spectrum of cruising. So you can see our sister brand, Royal.
I think that's.
Go ahead.
I think that's a great call out, and I just want to. I think there's a lot of people that maybe don't land. Celebrity is a great segue from a land vacation.
Absolutely. And we'll dive deeper into our itineraries We offer so many unique options, like including overnights. I know a lot of people may think that transitioning from land to cruising means they get less time in some of these ports of call, but Celebrity really prides ourselves on offering a lot of overnights in amazing destinations in Europe and Asia to give our guests the most time in port as possible. And how unique is that? An evening experience, overnighting in a port with your hotel being a Celebrity cruise ship. So going back to the brand, I love this visual so much. I think this really encapsulates everything you can do on board a Celebrity cruise ship, whether you want to have a fun night out at one of our nightclubs, the silent disco, one of our dueling DJ events, or if you'd like to restore in your own peaceful oasis, which of course is your stateroom aboard a Celebrity cruise ship. We have a fabulous spa. We have an adults only pool. So whether you want to let your hair down or relax and restore the next day, you can truly do it all on a Celebrity cruise. And I'd like to share a little teaser video that I think kind of encompasses the brand nicely. Let me know if that cues up for you.
I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back when we were kids. Never thought I'd feel like this, like when I brand new.
So we like to say nothing comes close, and we're not sorry for ruining all your other vacations. We look forward to having your guests on board. As you can see, I mean, the experience truly is bar none. We are elevating the cruise experience. And I'm so excited to work with you today. So just a little background on how we put together the secret sauce, if you will, at Celebrity Cruises. It's a combination of these 5 things, and I would be remiss without calling them out. Our hospitality on board is fantastic. Donovan, you've sailed. You know, the crew is amazing on board. They're so excited to be part of your vacation. And I like to think that our bars, our restaurants are truly some of the best experiences I've ever had, both shoreside and shipside. We really want you to walk away thinking that was one of the best cocktails you've ever had or one of the best meals you've ever had in your life, not just on a cruise ship. And our ships, as you can see from the video, and we'll dive deeper with a few more photos and videos coming soon, they don't look like a traditional cruise ship. You're not going to see like nautical decor or anything like that. When you're looking at photos of the ship and when you're walking through the ship in person, you kind of forget you're on a cruise ship. These venues are stunning. They really rival some of the most beautiful resorts and hotels, even landside. And, we know that our guests are traveling because they're excited to visit these ports of call. Of course, you can get to these ports of call a million different ways, and we're here to deliver that elevated Celebrity experience. But we know that the guests care about where they're visiting, and that is an important part of the experience. So with that, Celebrity has been playing with this idea of blurring the line between ship and shore. And we're bringing on entertainment inspired by the local destinations. We're bringing on, merchants on board where you can buy beautiful artisanal, ceramics or gourmet items, originating from some of these ports we're visiting. So we're really blurring that line because we know you're excited about where you're going, and we don't want that experience to end when you're walking back on the ship at the end of the day. And our shows and entertainment are bar none fabulous. Everything from, like I said, local music in the ports we're visiting, opera style, rock opera, Cirque du Soleil, Broadway style, everything even from smaller shows outside of our main theater as well. Truly amazing little pockets of entertainment everywhere on board, all throughout the day. Now that I've talked a little bit about the brand, I want to introduce you to the fleet. And I thought instead of going through a few different slides, Donovan, I do have a great video that's like 2.5 minutes that walks through the entire fleet. And I'd love to share that if that's okay.
Yeah, let's see it. Would love to.
Okay, perfect. Was the audio coming through on my other video?
I heard it.
Okay, perfect. Let me get this going. Okay. I feel like until you see the outside of the ship, it's easy to forget that it's a cruise ship, which is exactly the intention. You know, we want you, again, this is not just a cruise vacation, it is an elevated vacation, period. Both landside and stunning. Travel all 7 continents, visit over 300 countries, hundreds overnights every year. The spa on board, stunning. Any clients that are spa focused, absolutely they will fall in love with this.
100%.
So Millennium is more of our boutique style ship. These are our smallest at around 2,000 passengers. And these are going to visit those extremely unique ports of call where the larger ships just can't get to. And of course, Celebrity Flora in the Galapagos Islands for any adventure clients or expedition clients you might have.
Flora is definitely like bucket list conditions for me.
Absolutely. It's all inclusive. It's all suites. The Galapagos product is stunning. And we do offer complete white glove service with that if you have any guests out there interested in traveling to the Galapagos. So that's our fleet.
And I think the video
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
did a great job of just showing the celebrity brand shifts that are out there. I hear from a lot of clients that maybe haven't been on a cruise before.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid they're going to be crowded.
Yes, I think
certainly with celebrity, the ships are going to be people. That's a huge call out.
Yeah, I do think that that's something that Celebrity really excels at. Our ships can technically hold more people, but we decided to opt for bigger cabins, bigger public venues, offering more public venues. And that way you're at no point feeling like you're on board with, anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 people, depending on the ship. There's so many like little intimate pockets all over the ship, whether it's somewhere to just curl up and get some sun and read a book, or enjoy an amazing cocktail and maybe listen to some live music. Celebrity does a fantastic job of creating these spaces in a really excellent flow on board. Like you mentioned, you don't ever feel like you're on a ship with 6,000 people. Not that our ships are that large, but I know some other cruise lines are. So I do want to share also, I know I just highlighted our beautiful fleet, all the different classes of ship, also showing you a few of the destinations we go to throughout the year. And I'm very excited to share that we have a brand new ship coming out this November. Her inaugural sailing will be out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, her maiden voyage, and she'll spend her winter season in the Caribbean. So for any of you folks out there who are always very excited to try the newest ship, the newest hardware at sea, I'd like to introduce you to Celebrity Excel. And that's available to book now. So make sure you're getting in touch with Donovan to book your vacation today. As I mentioned, her maiden voyage.
Cruise on the Edge class ship before. I know there's a couple of things that are going to be totally new Excel.
I'm sorry, that cut out a little bit. What was your question about Excel?
Yeah, so for those who have maybe cruised Apex or Edge before, I know there'll be a few things that are unique to Excel.
Yes, there will be. So for those of you familiar with Edge class, as Donovan mentioned, we are revamping several of the venues on board to create a new experience. There are, I think, 7 new venues altogether. So stay tuned. We haven't announced all of them yet, and we will be rolling out a more exciting announcements before the summer's over. And I have a little teaser on the onboard experience for Celebrity Excel. On board a Celebrity cruise ship. Bad.
I love it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we're I do want to mention also there are a couple of sailings between Thanksgiving and the Christmas New Year holiday this year for Celebrity Excel that have some amazing prices. Kind of that, that month of time between the 2 major holidays there with some great rates to get on our newest ship, Celebrity Excel. So definitely make sure that, you're contacting Donovan to look at those. And it'll combine with the bonus offer I'm going to highlight at the end for you guys. So now that we've looked at our fleet, we've talked about who we are as a brand, I just want to call out a couple of extra things that are very unique to Celebrity on board in terms of our staterooms and accommodations. So we do have a fabulous category called the Retreat. It's all suites, it's all exclusive, and it's all included. Think of this as a ship within a ship experience. If you never wanted to leave your bubble of the Retreat, you didn't have to. Private pool and sun deck, private dining room, private lounge, butler service. From start to finish, truly is white glove service. It's phenomenal. It is a wonderful experience, especially perhaps if you are used to traveling on much smaller ships. This might be a nice introduction to something a little bit larger. You still have your intimate bubble of the Retreat. But then if you want to go dancing one night until 3 a.m. or enjoy a casino or high-end shopping or go to a full spa, you have all the amenities of a larger ship right outside of your door. I just wanted to share a few photos. This is what the Retreat sun deck looks like. It is a private sun deck with private pool, day beds. There's a full bar out there with full service. It's wonderful. And then again, you do have that private lounge. So maybe you just need to cool off in the afternoon. You'd like to go have a cocktail, a snack, read your book in a quiet area. The Retreat lounge is available for all of our suite guests. And then, of course, there is private dining included in Lumine. This is in addition to the main dining room, in addition to the buffet restaurant, the poolside grill, exclusively for our Retreat guests. And the menu was actually designed by our global culinary ambassador, Chef Daniel Boulud. You might know who he is, Michelin star. We have a wonderful partnership with him, and he has helped curate this menu for our Retreat guests. Another very unique stateroom category to Celebrity is Aqua Class. I know I've mentioned how much I adore the spa on board. So for any of those spa-focused guests, that's usually maybe how you travel landside. We do have this fabulous option called Aqua Class. It's upgraded stateroom amenities, an additional private dining room, and complimentary access to the spa. I have some wonderful photos here of that private dining option. Again, in addition to the main dining room, in addition to the buffet, this is exclusively for Aqua guests, open for breakfast and dinner every day. And then, as I mentioned, complimentary access to the facilities of the spa. So this is our sea thermal suite, our Persian garden. Think, our version of a Turkish bath. We have a steam room, a sauna, a relaxation lounge. There's even a room in there that has like pink Himalayan sea salt walls. So you're breathing in, the salt air. So it truly is a luxurious experience. And something I love about the spa very much is that the location of it is beautiful. It's on one of the highest decks and at the very front of the ship. So as you can kind of see in those photos that have that floor to ceiling window, the view is, there's no obstruction. You're watching the front of the ship. You're just watching the sky kiss the ocean while you relax in our beautiful spa. And I'd like to highlight our destinations. I know we're already halfway through 2025, but I don't want anybody to lose focus on perhaps locking in their holiday vacations. I know we're in the middle of summer. We're starting to think about Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. What are we going to do in the winter season? Don't put it off too long. A lot of our space is booking quickly, and there are still some amazing rates out there that Donovan can help you lock in, and we can work together to get exclusive rates for him as an amazing partner of Celebrity Cruises. To touch on where we visit, as I mentioned, we visit all 7 continents, over 300 destinations in 79 different countries. And on any given itinerary, you could visit up to 8 different countries in one voyage. So we are really trying to deliver the best experience in terms of destination immersion and giving you as many chances to visit amazing ports of call you might not normally get to if you were planning a land-based travel. And we already have out, believe it or not, I know we're only in summer of 2025, but we already have sailings out through April of 2027. So I just wanted to highlight what next year looks like in early 27. In Europe, we have more overnight stays than ever before. I mentioned that's when the ship kind of turns into your hotel for the evening. You're free to come and go until the ship sets sail the very next day. And as I mentioned, our newest ship, Celebrity Excel, she's debuting Caribbean this year, and she'll be doing Europe next summer. So maybe you're looking to do a new ship in Europe with friends and family, or maybe just a romantic getaway, or maybe even the solo bucket trip of your dreams. Celebrity Excel will be in Europe next season. We also have beautiful ships in the Caribbean year-round. We go to Iceland, more sailings than ever before. That destination has been so popular. So if that's been at top of mind, definitely check out a Celebrity cruise. And of course, we sail to Alaska every single summer. Fabulous options there, even to do a combination of a cruise tour package is what we call it, where you get to do a deep dive into the interior of Alaska, either before or after your Celebrity cruise. And then, of course, so popular last year and this year has been Japan. And we have more sailings in Asia than ever before. So, and we actually overnight closer to Tokyo than ever before. So if you are interested in visiting Asia or Japan, we have some beautiful itineraries. Let us take care of getting you from place to place. Just come on board, unpack your suitcase, and let Celebrity take you there.
Hey Taylor, real quick, a couple questions that came over on destinations. The first one is Celebrity doing a sailing next year. I think it's in August with the solar eclipse that's over in Europe. Is that going on by chance?
Yes, I think there's actually 2 itineraries that are going to give our guests access to the eclipse. Those sailings have been available for purchase since this past December, so I know space is filling up. But I know there are still some cabins available. So if you're interested in doing that with us, we actually have 2 different ships that will take you to the solstice.
Perfect. And then one other question for some of those guests that are planning a little bit farther out, or maybe you're thinking about Alaska or Europe for 2027, do you have any insight to when those itineraries may drop with Celebrity?
For summer 27? Sorry?
Yes, for summer of 2027.
Okay, perfect. So for summer of 2027, historically, we release our dates like November of December every single year. So definitely, to keep in touch with you. So that way I can notify you, Donovan, when we release those sailings. If you have a client, if there's a guest out there that's very interested in a particular sailing, a particular date, a particular cabin, you can get in touch with Donovan, absolutely. And then Donovan can let me know. That way I can set a reminder to give Donovan first access. So as soon as those become available, he can grab the exact date and cabin you're looking for. But to answer your original question, traditionally we release those in November and December.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And feel free to interrupt me as much as you'd like. Since I'm sharing my screen, I can't see like any other component of the live stream. So feel free to interrupt me as often as you'd like. I'm happy for the questions. Thank you. So in terms of, we talked about destinations and a little more exciting news for anybody out there who doesn't know, we are releasing river cruises. So more to come before the end of the summer. That's all I can say. It'll open for booking this year. And we will start sailing the amazing rivers of Europe in 2027. So Donovan, if you know of any clients out there that are excited about river, I know you've asked me for more information on this. So folks, stay tuned. We hope to do another session like this when river comes out, and I can share even more exciting information for you. Donovan, did you have any questions on river?
I'll tell you, I have had so many people show interest in river who have done celebrity before, but maybe they're just not familiar with river, but they know celebrity. So I think there's a lot of people that are really excited about that. I know I am personally, and so we're all just kind of waiting.
I know. We're on the edge of our seats. Trust me. I probably get 10 emails every single day asking me about river. So we're excited. And, I know that you've been asking me. So as soon as I can share, we'll do another session like this. I'd love to, and get everybody really excited and booked early to enjoy river with Celebrity Cruises. So stay tuned, folks.
Definitely. And real fast, Taylor, I did have another question come across. So someone's asking about if you can touch on some of the recent innovations or things that Celebrity is doing different than the cruise industry at whole. I know you touched on Excel a little bit, that is doing some different things from the Edge class. And I also know that Solstice is going to be revitalized, revolutionized for next year. So is there anything else that you can touch on that Celebrity is doing totally different from everybody else?
In terms of innovation, you mean? Well, we have on board our infinite verandas, which are fabulous. In terms of technology, all of the Edge class ships have a lot of technology, guest-facing technology in the cabins. In terms of just experience on board, I think there's been a huge push from Celebrity to really blur that line between ship and shore. I know I mentioned that previously, but there's been a huge initiative with that recently. And you'll see a lot of that really expanded upon with Celebrity Excel. I think something else that Celebrity is really focusing on based on guest feedback is offering more on board and more variety of activities on board for guests. We did a lot of chatting with loyal cruisers, maybe guests that sailed Celebrity for the first time. And we got a lot of feedback that they absolutely love to join the activities on board. So keep a close eye on what we start to offer on board. I don't want to give away too much, but we are very excited to revamp and revitalize the onboard experience with Celebrity. In terms of the Solstice revamp, we're so excited about that. Those ships are so well loved, and we're so excited to see them get some love and new dining venues, new entertainment venues, a refresh to their cabins. So stay tuned. I think that's estimated to be done April or May of next year. So if you had if any guests out there are listening and interested in doing any of the Solstice sailings, now's the time to lock in some amazing rates before, rates naturally will go up once the ships are revitalized. In terms of experience on board as well. I do love what Celebrity has done with the Edge class ships. For those of you not familiar, I know there's a traditional idea of like one main dining room for dinner, right? I think that's pretty standard industry wide. There's of course specialty restaurants that you can purchase into, but in terms of what's complimentary, it's usually one main dining room, one buffet. But with our new ships, our Edge class ships, we have revamped that. And so now there's 4 main dining rooms, all part of your complimentary package. And something else that Celebrity is doing promotionally is we're always offering the drinks and Wi-Fi package for every booking. It's something you can opt into. It's how you can build your booking. But I think it's really nice that Celebrity is doing more to include more at the start of the booking in terms of what's complimentary, what you can bundle, so that when you're on board, you're truly just relaxing and enjoying the experience and not having to worry about nickel and diming or making tons of reservations on, beforehand. You really just get to enjoy your premium vacation with Celebrity. I don't know if you had any specific questions that I could address that maybe I didn't answer or any inquiries.
No, I think that was really fantastic, and I wanted to touch on one of the things you mentioned at the end about the all-included package, right? Bundling
Mhm.
drinks, Wi-Fi, and I
Yes.
think for people again that maybe have never cruised before, or they love going to all-inclusives down, Cancun, you
Hmm.
can take a celebrity cruise and make it an all-inclusive vacation and not feel like you're being nickel and dimed or
Absolutely.
having to pay extra for this and that. So I think that's a good call out because that's not as, I guess, common or thought of in
Hmm.
cruising. It certainly can be an all included experience. And I think, too, so Solstice, after her dry dock next year and revitalize, she'll do some
Hmm.
Alaska sailings next summer, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
That would be exciting. And then can you just
Mhm.
touch on, do you expect in future years with the other Solstice class ships, right? Reflection is the favorite of
Mhm.
everybody.
Yeah.
Silhouette, would you expect kind of similar dry docks to come for those ships as well?
I would anticipate it. I don't have concrete info since this is a relatively new announcement, but I would anticipate that the whole Solstice class will eventually, over the years, have this revitalization as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
Of course, of course. I know, it seems so long ago, but pre-COVID, this was the intention to revitalize all of the ships, bring on new venues. Obviously, with everything that happened, that had to take a back seat. But we are really excited to reignite this initiative and give the fleet some love and get everybody excited. We know a lot of our loyal cruisers know the ships, so well in and out. So we're excited to give them something new. They'll keep coming back, and we're delivering new experiences for them.
Yeah, definitely.
And
That's
I,
amazing.
of course, and so I did want to touch on all included. As I mentioned, you can build out whether you're in an inside cabin or in the retreat. You can build out this option of all included, where you get your drinks and Wi-Fi bundled into the price. It's an amazing discount for you as the guest. An amazing option in terms of convenience once you're on board as well. So you don't have to worry about anything at all once you step on board your Celebrity cruise. And I do want to mention that we currently have a summer sale offer that stacks on top of all included. So for anybody interested in locking something in this month before the summer's over, we do have an amazing promotion where you can take up to 75% off the second guest, combine that with a savings of up to $400 per room, or combine it with an onboard credit of up to $300 per room. And for anybody traveling out there, perhaps looking to bring their kids or their teens or just share a cabin with a third and fourth person, we do have as part of the offer that third and fourth guest sail free when they're in the same cabin altogether. So truly some amazing deals. And this offer is applicable to all of our sailings that are open for purchase right now, which is all the way through April of 2027. So anything you're thinking of booking, it is not too soon. Go ahead and put down your deposit. We offer refundable deposit options. If you'd like to do something risk-free for some extra savings, we do also offer non-refundable deposits. But the sky's the limit. And like I've mentioned, I'm here to work with Donovan on getting you all the best pricing available, exclusive advantages, exclusive offers. So with that, I'd also like to show the bonus offer we've put together. So if you book a new Celebrity cruise, you'll receive $200 onboard credit. That is in addition to everything we've just talked about. The booking window is through July 25th, so about a week to lock in your trip with this $200 onboard credit, and it applies to sailings through June 30th of next year. And the only qualification on the booking is that it is for a veranda or above. So $200 onboard credit in addition to your drinks taken care of, your Wi-Fi taken care of, and the amazing rates that Donovan will unlock for you.
That is amazing, and I just wanted to say I really appreciate you working with our agency to bring that extra value. So it's really, you talk about the value of a travel advisor, right? Especially for someone that's new to cruising, their first cruise ever. I actually have a set of four cabins that are going on beyond next month. It's their first cruise ever, and so I've been working with them to just get them prepared and ready for their first cruise. But not only that piece of it, but working with myself as a travel advisor, these extra benefits like you're showing here, the onboard credit, are just one more way that you can help stretch the dollar, get the most bang for your buck. So I really appreciate you as Celebrity work to provide that to our clients. That means a lot.
Of course, and I'm happy to. You're an amazing partner, and it's these opportunities where we get to get in front of your clients and get them excited. So whatever I can do as a thank you, for everybody's time, I'm happy to sponsor an onboard credit like this. And just in case anybody's not familiar with what onboard credit is, it's money we give you to spend on anything related to the cruise. And the very cool thing about the onboard credit is you can actually dip into it before you even set sail. So if you have excursions you want to book, specialty dining, spa treatments, photo packages, whatever it is you might be looking to add on pre-cruise, you can dip into the onboard credit right away, or you can save it to use on board. And on board, it could be used for literally anything, paying tips, shopping, whatever it is that you might want to do during your cruise. You'll have extra funds to have more fun when you're on board with Celebrity.
That is amazing. And I just wanted to ask, because I know I have some casino folks out there. Can you use the onboard credit in the casino?
You can use it in the casino, but you can't cash out on the $200 onboard credit. Like you'd have to spend it in the casino, but yes, you can.
Perfect. That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we have a lot of casino guests out there. We do have a full-fledged casino on board. So whatever game it is you like to play, our casinos really are beautiful on board. And they're full size, as I mentioned. So if you have any casino clients out there, Celebrity is a great fit for that too. We do have an amazing casino program as well.
Definitely. Well, Taylor, I don't see any other questions on mine that are coming in. Was there anything else that you were going to cover today, or I think that about wraps it up?
That about wraps it up. I'd be more than happy to do another session and dive deeper if there's anything specific you get a lot of feedback on from your guests or your clients, I should say. I thank you so much for this time. I hope everybody is a little more excited about Celebrity if maybe they didn't know or only knew a little bit. And I hope to welcome everybody on board a Celebrity cruise with that $200 onboard credit offer.
Yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to just add to that, right? Everybody reach out to me. You can reach me at elktravelco.com. Shoot me an email at donovan@elktravelco.com. Send me a text if you have my number. I'm working all day today throughout the week, so happy to help get those bookings for you for later this year, going into next year. Taylor, we will definitely have you back in the future to dive a little bit deeper into Celebrity. I think for our first inaugural Cruise Chat Live, you were fantastic and you really helped kind of
Thank you.
what Celebrity can be. So really appreciate your time. Appreciate the special offer, and we will certainly plan to have you back in the future.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you on board Celebrity Cruises. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.